Hi, my name's Kim. And ever since I was little, my mom's treated me like something she didn't want. What's more is that she almost pretended I didn't exist. She kept me from everyone, even from my dad. I don't exactly know what happened, but all I know is that Dad left us because one day she lost me at the grocery store. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and click the notification bell icon because it really helps us a lot. I don't remember much from when I was that young, but I knew Dad was rich. His dad, my grandpa, was the boss of some important financial company. And before he died, he left me and my twin brother all of his money in a trust fund. Dad managed my brother's and Mom managed mine. Sadly, that was not a wise decision, because Mom quickly showed her true colors after Grandpa died. When the old man didn't leave her anything, she was furious, and she took it out on me. People told me they would fight almost every day. Why do the kids get to have all that money? I'm your wife. Shouldn't I get something at least? They're kids. They're my kids, and I get nothing? It's not my decision to make, sweetie. And besides, you hated the guy. He invites you over to his house every Christmas, and you always sent him a basket of roses. You knew he was allergic, and you did keep the kids away from him for a good 3 years, even though you knew he was sick. My mom didn't give up, though. She would make up every excuse, come up with scenarios to try to get my dad to give her access to the money in our accounts. But my dad forbade it. Until one day, she got a brilliant idea. But it would only work if I played along. I desperately wanted Mom's approval. She'd always hated me. Whenever she would look at me, her face would change. She'd look like she'd smelled something awful, or as if she was reminded of something horrible. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna go drive to the store, and then you're gonna run away from me. Make as much commotion as you go, so there can be witnesses, okay? And then you're gonna run out, and you're gonna get in the boot of the car. I'll leave it open for you. You're gonna get in there and close it. I'll be in the store for a little while, 'cause I gotta ham it up for the people and for the cameras. And then we'll drive home. I'll deliver the sad news to your dad, and when he's asleep, I'll come get you, okay? And then for a little while, you'll be living in the attic, okay? Yes, Mom. At the time, I didn't find anything wrong with it. I thought we were playing a game, and I loved the attic. My mom won. With me technically gone, she got sole power over managing my trust fund. But my dad didn't believe for 1 second that she simply lost me. He thought the worst, and he couldn't believe that my mom would go that far just to get my money. Dad left her, and he took my brother, believing I was gone for real. I didn't even know until after a month later. But my mom never let me out of the attic. I would hear different guys come and live with her, but they never stayed too long, and I never got to meet any of them. Mom installed bars on the attic door so I couldn't go down without her knowing, and she'd only let me down once in a while. I still didn't know why, but I just did what she asked. Every few months, Mom looked more and more different. I later learned that she'd been using my trust fund to get herself a lot of surgeries. She'd always wanted to be skinnier, have higher cheekbones, have less wrinkles. And with my money at her disposal, she could buy whatever look she wanted. But since she only spent on herself, and she never maintained the house we were living in, it eventually went into disrepair. There was mold everywhere, and the ceiling boards began to fall off. When she finally let me out of the attic, it looked like she hadn't cleaned the place in all the years I'd lived in the attic. And knowing how she never lifted a finger other than to help herself, she probably didn't. We eventually had to move out of there because the walls were literally caving in. Mom loaded me into the car boot again and drove for a while. I tried to beg her to let me ride in the passenger seat, but she wouldn't let me. It must have been a few hours after she stopped that she came back for me, and we were in a place I'd never seen before. She said it was her new boyfriend's house, and it was even bigger than our old one. There, she quietly led me to a small cupboard in the basement. Behind it, the wall opened up into a secret bunker. The guy's a bit cray-cray, thinks the world's about to end and all that. He never goes down here, so you'll live here from now on, okay? No noise, not one, or I'm coming down here and you'll get a good spanking. Yes, Mom, I promise. I did whatever she told me. I didn't know better. My whole life, I thought what she did to me was normal. She was so good at convincing me of things, and she was even better at lying. One day, though, Mom and her boyfriend were on one of their holidays, and whenever they would go somewhere nice, they'd hire someone to watch the house. One night, being nosy as he was, Danny stumbled upon my little cupboard. I was drawing unicorns on the walls of the bunker when I saw him standing by the stairwell, his mouth wide open, stunned to learn that a teenage girl was living in a bunker under the strange couple's house. Hi. Hi. What's your name? Kim. I'm Danny. Kim. Have you always lived here? Oh, no. Don't worry. Yeah, I live here. The people upstairs are my mom and her boyfriend. I told Danny my life story, and I couldn't tell why, but he was shocked at every detail. But then he told me everything I needed to know. I felt betrayed, hurt. I cried into Danny's shoulders that night. How could my mom have done all that to me? I knew nothing else, so I trusted her. Because of her, I grew up a dumb, feral child who thought every mother kept their daughters hidden from the world. Danny rescued me that night, in more ways than one. He took me to his house and he gave me a phone. He made me watch a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and in as short a time as he could manage, he showed me what the world was really like. It didn't take long for my mom to find us, though. She raised hell on Danny and immediately fired him. If I ever see you anywhere near our house, I will call the cops. I luckily hid the phone Danny gave me, and even though my mom locked me up again, Danny and I kept in touch. I got more and more daring. At night, I would break out of the basement. I may have been a feral, slow girl, but I learned how to do things thanks to Danny. Unfortunately, every time I got out, Mom would catch me again. Until she'd had enough, she lost her mind. Do you have any idea what would happen if Harris finds out I have a daughter? And that she's been living under his roof in secret for months? That's not really my fault, Mom. Slap! My mom's hand hit me square on the cheek. It stung so much, tears involuntarily swelled in my eyes and flowed down my face. How dare you cry? This is all your fault. All you needed to do was be obedient and stay down there. Now you've really done it. You're never getting out of here. My mom locked me in one of the unused guest rooms, and one by one, she removed all the handles and doorknobs of every room in the house. But of course, her boyfriend, Harris, noticed. He was asking her if she'd gone temporarily insane and why she did it when I heard a door slam open somewhere downstairs. Kim! Kim! It was Danny, and he was again there to rescue me. Who's this? Asked the puzzled Harris. The kid we pay to look after the house. I caught him stealing our stuff the other day. Didn't I say I never want to see you here again? Harris, call the cops. She's got a daughter, and she's hiding her in the bunker. How does he know we have a bunker? Harris ran downstairs and checked, but I was no longer there. For a second, Harris was about to call the cops, but Danny dialed my phone. I'm up here, in the guest bedroom. She locked me up. I managed to yell into my phone before Mom took Danny's phone and smashed it against the wall. Shocked by everything he found out that night, Danny threw us all out of the house. Mom immediately chased Danny and I. "You've ruined my life! Come back! Come back here!" In the confusion and the chase, Danny and I got separated. My mom came after me like a wolf hunting a rabbit, and I thought I was done for. I could see all the rage in her eyes, until suddenly something grabbed me and pulled me into a bush. He put his hands over my mouth so I couldn't speak. He smelled familiar. The man took me deep into the woods. I tried to struggle and get free. I tried to scream, but he had me in control. I burst into the cabin in the woods, and I screamed my lungs out. But when I saw who it was, I felt relief wash over me. We hadn't seen each other in so long, but I would know him wherever I saw him. "John?" I hugged my twin brother, tears flowing down my face. He'd been looking for me all his life, and it was that night when he planned to break me out. With his help, we found my mom. She was on the run for a bit, but the cops caught up with her. We got my money back, and my billionaire brother helped me with everything else. We made sure our mom got maximum sentence for what she did. And Danny? Well, we're still in touch. And he's my boyfriend now.